So here we have four sisters fighting spiritually in the room. Woo! My people, thank you for tuning in. I'm about to bring it. So I see this E-News interview with the four ladies of Xscape. Tamika Scott, Candy Burris, Tiny Harris, and Latasha Scott, right? And we know, my people, I'm not going to get into all the gossip and drama, all of that mess, but some of that is tied into this, yes, spiritually. And that's how I'm going to tie it in, but I'm not into just spreading it. No, I'm not about to do that. But I am going to say this. I'm speaking on the spiritual side of it. These sisters keep telling y'all they're fighting one another, right? You got four black, beautiful black sisters, right? Who should be getting along at their age, not participating in drama for national television. Powers that be scripts, powers that be screens, tell live vision, artificial intelligence that they're getting ready to help push. My people, y'all not paying attention to this YouTube culture. Candy know all about it. Candy, I'ma call you out because you wrong. You wrong in a lot of ways. And I used to really mess with you, sister, but you know that you wrong. But I'ma save that for another day. But our sisters, these four sisters, the powers that be know these girls don't get along, right? But they would rather not have them sit back in the background and chill out. But nah, my people, I tell y'all, where there's fame, it'll always come with a sacrifice. These television shows that they're help promoting, these little rituals of awards that they've been getting all up until this point, right? And now the show is here. That's why I took a step back and I haven't put out the different parts of the breakdowns I have on Xscape yet, because I'm like, nah, more stuff gonna keep coming out. A bunch of MK Ultra, a bunch of sexual rituals, a bunch of energy harvesting rituals, a bunch of sex trafficking rituals. Candy, Tiny, y'all know what I'm talking about. See, y'all remember that time Portia Williams, she told on Candy. God wasn't paying attention. She was really leaving the hood a message that Candy and Tiny are a part of sex trafficking. A lot of blood has been spilled by the hands of Candy and Tiny. You better understand it. Woo! I'm telling y'all, these people don't have our best interests. And it's sad to me, especially Candy, because she a smart sister. I ain't gonna take their gifts away from them. Nah, she a smart sister. But she using her gifts in the wrong ways. The wrong ways. But as for the group Xscape, the X being there, that's for what? Freemasonry. What else? X'd out spiritually. Woo! Sacrifice. Somebody is always gonna have to drop. I'm here to let y'all know, I'ma just throw it out there. It's something going down around the Xscape camp. And our brother Jermaine Dupree, he know what's up. He's sitting back quiet. Nah, brother JD. Woo! Man, blood. They playing in the blood, people, spiritually. So, again, this E-News interview, let's get into it. I want to break it down.
Well, the show SWV and Xscape, the Queens of R&B, is about our two groups coming together, overall trying to put together a performance together.
My people, when I saw this, as soon as I clicked on it, I said, woo! They playing in straight up spirituality right in our faces, right in front of our faces, my people, the powers that be and the women of Xscape. Y'all, the average person would not be able to break this down. And I said, whoa. Yes, I've been right all this time, and I'm not tooting my own horn, y'all. But y'all see, I'm a laid back brother. I sit back, I drop a video, and I know I got part 2s to drop, but I'm like, because I know more stuff is about to come. I tell y'all this all the time, and I'm glad y'all ride with me. Man, so you see, my people, what do I always tell y'all about these roses. The roses. You give roses for what? Your condolences when someone is grieving. We know you give them when you love somebody, but come on, we're talking about Hollywood puppets, people who are part of what? An occult affiliated with what? The who? The Illuminati. Right? And then what else do you see, my people? Let's break it down. Purple. Woo! The purple represents what? Sacrifice. Oh yeah, baby. And what? Royalty. That's why they always push that color purple in front of the black brothers and black sisters a part of that industry. It's to let us know that your bloodline really is a part of royalty. That's how you're able to use that gift you have called singing. The powerful voice, we gifted people. Come on. That's why they are puppets, to make fun and make mockery of who we really are. My people, come on. Purple flowers also have a spiritual meaning, my people. I tell y'all, this is a warfare, but it's also spirituality. Spirituality is a beautiful thing. Don't ever let, that's why I want to include this in this video. Don't ever let, especially when I say and get it confused, that when they throw spirituality in our face, that it's all evil. Nah, spirituality is very beautiful. That's where black people come from. Spirituality, baby. You better know it. Let's read. Purple flowers are said to symbolize success and even royalty, although feelings of admiration and tradition may also come through in purple flowers. And you see the word royalty, and I told y'all, black people, my melanated black kings and queens, we come from royalty. And Xscape, those are 4 black women. I understand Tiny, but just hear me out. Her father was black. We got 4 black sisters up there. All right? Come on. They letting us know. I told y'all, they've been giving us the warnings about a lot of things that's coming up. Hollywood is going through the big shift, and Xscape is giving us the game about that shift. They're going to use Xscape as an example. Oh yeah. Many people may not be aware that women can be a part of masonry as well. But many people are aware, but I just want to put that out there. Women can be a part of Freemasonry as well. Yes, they have orders for them. They participate heavily in the Masonic Lodge rituals, the biblical rituals, the satanic, Aleister Crowley, all of these type of rituals. Yes. And take a look at Miss Latasha Scott. Beautiful black woman, can sing her butt off. Woo! That's that gospel in that voice. Take a look at her. Y'all see the roses right in front of her, right? I told y'all these things are very strategic. I'm gonna come speak on Tasha too, because I see some things. I see in her blood sister, they fighting. They not even sitting beside each other. Y'all don't see the message. But look at her hand pose, the way her hands are positioned. That's not because they're sitting in royalty type of chairs. Nah, my people. So you see the purple there again, and what? They're sitting in chairs like they're queens. They are queens. My sisters. Y'all know I go light on the women, but I'm not gonna say all that right now. No. Let me not ramble. But look at her hands. That is the Order of the Eastern Star hand pose. So I believe they're now pushing the agenda of Eastern Stars. They have to be affiliated with that. The hand poses are very strategic, my people. Yes. And again, the purple rose in front of her. Oh, yeah. And that blonde hair on Tasha, it keeps showing up under that MK Ultra. I just want to give credit to this person, Fifi Lay, because I'm using information from her article, 6 Main Signs of MK Ultra Mind Control. Number 4, one eye bigger than the other, or bleaching hair to platinum blonde color, or wearing platinum blonde wig. And we see Miss Latasha Scott wearing the platinum blonde, well, it is almost platinum blonde. It's that high bleached blonde. Representing what? That she's under that MK Ultra abuse, the sexual MK Ultra rituals. The mind control. Her mind isn't hers. She's having to make decisions that she knows she's going to regret. See, I've been watching Tasha. I've been watching all of them, y'all. Trust me, it's going to get real deep over here spiritually. I hope you're ready. Put that spiritual seatbelt on, because I'm going to take y'all for a ride. This Xscape situation. That's why they want us to decode it, my people. The signs and the symbols will never lie to you. When you question it, that's how you know something is at least off. Okay? And what colors do you guys see them sitting on in those chairs? Gold and white. Two colors that represent Freemasonry, showing who is controlling these women, who has to sign off for these shows to be promoted. And we know the Jewish system still goes by the biblical terms and blood sacrificing. Read that Bible, people. Come on. I know I'm saying come on a lot, but feel me. Just feel me. These powers that be ran news stations. Ha. What color are all of these sisters wearing? Black. Black represents what? Death. The occult. So also, these gold chairs, to me, in my opinion, I'm just throwing my little kick on it, but I know that it has some truth to this. I believe when they use gold as well, when they're preparing for the sacrifice, what? Gold is a heavenly color. The heavenly gates, people, going up into what? The heavenly sky. Sacrifice. Come on. Put these pieces of the puzzle together. They're right in our face.
Then throughout that, we're also dealing with our own personal issues as a group. You know, whether it be family issues, whether it's business issues where we may not be on the same page, all of those things. And you get to see those things with us. It's like we're really an open book through this process. You get to see those things with us. It's like we're really an open book through this process. You get to see those things with us. It's like we're really an open book through this process. You get to see those things with us. It's like we're really an open book through this process. You get to see those things with us. It's like we're really an open book through this process.
And I also caught Sister Candy Burris throwing up the Freemasonic hand sign twice, as you see here. Woo, my people. And that indicates what? That this is a Freemasonic controlled scripted show. Yes, I do believe some of these things that are taking place are real, especially the issues between the two sisters, Tamika and Latasha, which should be private. I'm going to get into that a little bit later on another video because I don't like that. You shouldn't be having to go through this stuff in front of cameras. These powers that be men are having black people exploit themselves. It's a choice. The sisters can back away, of course, but it's still all a system. And that also gives me the download that a sacrifice is near, because Freemasons, we know they go by the biblical terms, especially Jewish Freemasons. They go by some of the satanic biblical terms of sacrificing. Sacrificing is in the Bible. Yes, read it. Read it and read it correctly. Read it with your third eye. It's gems in there. Told y'all, but our history, our Bible has been taken away from us. MK Ultra Sister Latasha Scott. Pay attention to the aura of Latasha. I tell you, my people, these interviews and photos, they leave 1,000 messages. I say it time and time again, my people. If you watch it closely, Tasha didn't say much. She barely said anything. And when I sat back and watched it over and over, I said, I know exactly why she was quiet. It's many reasons, but I tell you, my people, when you have a group, somebody is going to be the chosen sacrifice. And now I'm a little late on putting this video out because school has been taking up a lot of my time. But I tell y'all, there's going to be a chosen sacrifice. That's the way it worked in the biblical days, and that's how it works in the industry. The industry plays in the biblical rules, the biblical terms. This is a what? A warfare. Tasha and Tamika are definitely in their warfare. Candy and Tiny are as well. But Tasha, oh yeah, she going right through it. Pay attention, my people. Talented, gifted vocalist Miss Tamika Scott. Look at the chair that she's sitting in, my people. I'm getting ready to zoom in for y'all. That's right, the beast. I sit back and you know what's really beginning to bother me, and I try not to let it bother me. I understand that this is for, I guess, our entertainment. To me, like y'all know, I break these things down. I can appreciate our sisters' gifts, but what's starting to bother me is how all of this spirituality, this warfare, these evil things that the powers that be, including these sisters that are playing in that devil's playground, are putting in our face, and no one is really saying anything. And I'm truly beginning to believe people are okay with living in the matrix. And that's the reason why I'm getting ready to turn this, I promise y'all, I'm getting ready to turn this channel up. Because I'm about to start dropping some content that a lot of people aren't really ready for. People say they're woke, but I'm really about to test how much you're woke, how awakened you are. Because if you are, certain things you wouldn't tolerate. Certain things that another woke brother says, even if you don't agree with it. I don't agree with with some things that other woke brothers said, but I always understand where they're coming from. It's no need for the combative back and forth, right? But anybody else that's living in that matrix, they want to argue with you and say, oh, everything is not a conspiracy. I'm like, who the hell said that this is a conspiracy? I'm telling y'all this is real life. I generally tell people, you really don't want to call me that. Though I will use the hashtag to help my videos go in the algorithm, but you really don't want to call me that, because I probably will, I don't want to say get offended, but I will correct you, because that has a negative connotation to it. And y'all don't even know where that word conspiracy theorist comes from, that term, that phrase. But anywho, yes, the mark of the beast. Tamika's marked. Her and her sister are really going through it. My people, when I say that we are in a warfare, a biblical warfare, read that Bible. I'm going to start getting into the scriptures because we are in the times. We are in the biblical times. Coronavirus bought that. All of this ties into these celebrities because they all promote that. But I want to get deeper into the spiritual side of this interview. What do you see behind those ladies? You see 4 pillars, and you see each one has a pillar behind them. These pillars, my people, they're biblical. They're spiritual. Everything we touch in this world has a spiritual and biblical meaning. Always know that. Okay? We have certain powers to the biblical realm, to the spiritual realm, that the powers that be don't want us to know. And that's why I always say they use black puppets to tell us that. Okay? So you see, we have 4 pillars behind them, right behind these ladies. 4 Masonic pillars. Let's take a look and read what these pillars represent. As proven with the signs, symbols, and sigils that Candy was throwing up and that other R&B artists tend to throw up and praise and worship. We know that the music is controlled by Freemasonry. Let's read from a credible source, Freemasonry.network. Masonic music has been defined as music used in connection with the ritual and social functions of Freemasonry. Pause. Though Masonry, I do believe they have their own genre of music. This is telling you guys, I tell y'all, they speak in code. What if I always say, and I started breaking down early on this channel about how music is spiritual, correct? We know who was in charge of music. And at a point in time, we know music is spiritual. Most High has it here to heal us, to bring us together, unite us, right? Unite the people. And now that music, especially black music, soul music, where we come from, where we feel pain, love, the way we express ourselves in rhythm and blues, that has been snatched from us. Now it's controlled by Jewish elites, correct? So with the word ritual being there, I tell you guys, there's things, spells, and all of these types of rituals done over the music, over the record. When it's going to the quote unquote master, to get pressed and to sound better, when they add in all that reverb and stuff, my people, that's warfare. That's spiritual. It can bring certain things into your house. It can bring certain things into your life. The more you play it, the more it'll seep into your subconscious. And you won't even realize I'm doing things behind a song. And I'm not moving in my own aura, moving in my own spirituality. That's how powerful music is. All Masonry is biblical practices, ritualistic practices, okay? Satanic practices. And I want to explain something. Not everything that is biblical is satanic, because we are in the biblical days. We are in the last days. If you haven't noticed, coronavirus ushered that in. But I just wanted to come and give a little bit more proof. You see, they have the ritualistic Bible that's open where they practice their rituals. You see these candles burning. Candles are spiritual, okay? You see the Masonic emblem with the G in it, the compass. I want to get into that a little bit. Let's read. The letter G. In America, the letter G is often found in the center of the square and the compasses. It is less common in England and the other parts of the world. Different people will ascribe different meanings to the letter G. For some, it refers to geometry and supports the Masonic lessons and symbolism associated with builders and architects. I want to pause for a second. You see, geometry. What is geometry? Math. This goes very deep back to ancient biblical history because numbers and the way things are built is all built on the numbers and the spiritual meanings. Okay, my people, everything we touch is spiritual. But let me keep reading. As well as the measurement of understanding the order and perfection of the universe. See, numbers go right into the universe. Others see it as referring to God or the great architect of the universe. And see, it has different meanings. Told y'all, they tried to make you believe that they believe in God, but no, that's not all the way true. I'm gonna pick up where I left off again. Others see it as referring to God or the great architect of the universe, which is an ecumenical term used by Masons of different faiths to refer to deity as they pray together, each according to his own beliefs. See, with Masonry, this is the way they initiate you in. You have to believe in something. Just believe in something that's higher, and they rule you in with these rituals. And I want to show y'all, because that word ecumenical, I'm gonna show y'all who really is controlling these denominations such as Masonry and these Christian churches. Let's look at the definition of ecumenical. Ecumenical, representing a number of different Christian churches, promoting or relating to unity among the world's Christian churches. And I want to show y'all a photo from when you type this word in on Google. Look what comes up. Ecumenism. You see these churchmen, right? What do you see? Believe you see, my bad, I had to look at my screen a little bit closer. I see one white man, but these are Masons, of course, participating in homosexual rituals, but I'm not going to get too far into that. You see the colors of Masonry spirituality showing up: green, black, red, white, gold, gold and yellow, right? You see sigils, the cross. My people. And I want to point this out. I don't care if nobody thinks that I'm racist. No, because one thing I'm going to do, I'm going to always stand beside mine. We don't control these things. That's why black people, Christianity was given to us. Our black religion was taken from us. Our morals have been snatched away from us. Now it's controlled by what? Oh, ecumenism. Don't you see? And man has did this to us. You see that man on the left looking like he's wearing a Ku Klux Klan hat? Woo! My people. So y'all think these people ain't running the music industry as well? You better think again. Circling back to these pillars, look at all four of these pillars. I want to show y'all what these pillars are named and what they are representing, because my people, again, these are deep spiritual things. A lot of it is created by the powers that be. It has that European ink on it. It does. But, let me stop rambling and let's go look at it again. Let me zoom in a bit. The pillars up close. And now let's get into some knowledge about these pillars. The pillars resting behind the four ladies of Xscape, Candy, Tiny, Tamika, and Tasha, are called the Ionic pillars. And these pillars, my people, they are representing right is what it is in our face for women. Let's take a look at the knowledge and the history behind these pillars. And the site I got the information from is Chatsworth Incorporated. Go check this website out about these pillars, my people. You're going to find a lot of deep information. If you tapped in, you going to know that they've taken good spirituality, especially black spirituality, and twisted it. Woof, my people. These things are very biblical. And as you see, the history on these Ionic pillars, they go way back to the Roman times, to the Greek times, centuries ago, my people. The 6th century. These things go very deep. So I'm going to be reading from the Greek Ionic and the Roman Ionic. And I want to touch on that word because Roman, right? All they've ever given us is romance in this music, right? Though, quote unquote, I know we enjoy it, but romance. Think about that word. Why you think black people, we've struggled with that a lot, all of our lives, in affection, trying to love on somebody, because that's not ours either. Romance. Black people, We're magical. Whew. We know how to love. We know how to touch. We're affectionate. That's what our race is. Romantic, we failed at it. We could never be it. But that's another video for another day. Just wanted to drop that on y'all a little bit. Let's read. The 4 ionic pillars right there on this building. Woo. All right. Let's begin to read. The Greek Ionic Order. The Ionic Order derives from the Grecians who occupied Ionia, a Greek city-state that neighbored the Greek islands predominantly around the middle of the 6th century. You see? And what? That number 6. That's an angelic spiritual number. Powers that be number. You better know this, people. Be tapped in. The development of this order gave away in what is an order? What? To give instruction. So you know these are secret society created things, but mixed in with a lot of spirituality. This order gave away more noticeably complex, elaborate, and ornate detailing, which was a clear deviation and evolution of the earlier Doric order that was, in essence, more primitive and austere. The most obvious features of the Ionic order were its slender proportions as well as its unique volutes or scrolls of the capital. Vitruvius correlated the Ionic order with the femininity by linking the column's slender proportions to the female figure and associating the capital scrolls to the curls of a woman's hair. Woo, my people. Let me stop right here for a second. I told y'all, ain't this spirituality? The feminine energy protects us. Think about it. We were in the womb spiritually for what? That number of completion. Number 9. 9 months. We're covered in the flesh, the blood, and the what? The warmth of our mother. Why you think we feel her? We feel affection towards our mother. A motherly and son type of love, a mother-daughter type of love. Is deep, my people. These things really, really, really go deep. And trust me, I got it. This connection between column and female figure was also seen in early Egyptian temples honoring female deities. See that word deities? I want to tell y'all, all deities are not bad. They've taken things, God-like things that are supposed to be holy and made them into turned it into Satanism. Powers that be rituals, scripts. It's deep. I know I say that a lot, but I mean that when I say that. These things are deep and we sit back and we don't even understand it. Well, I understand it now, but that's why they got me here. But I want to say, what this is talking about, this is Satanism, my people. This is witchcraft. This is sorcery, wizardry. All right? And I'm going to break that down. What goddesses do you see that these pillars represent? Goddess Hathor, Goddess Hera, Goddess Artemis, right? 3 goddesses. My people, see, they failed at teaching us religion. They can't teach no black person that because we don't rely on anything. And I want to tell y'all, this might sound like what? How you just gonna say they can't teach us that? Because our religion, which is spirituality, even though, like I say, to break that word religion down, we don't rely on anything but our spirituality and faith in the Most High, Christ, Jesus. We know who to pray to. That's our spirituality that's been taken from us during the slave days. And one thing that these European men have done with the script of the Bible, taken it and whitewashed it from us, our Bible, yes, because there's gems in there, like I tell you, my people. It really can help you. Pull it out and read it. Stop being on these social media platforms. But they forgot to put in that there's a goddess that protects us. Again, my people, the heavenly realm, there's God and the goddess. This is nothing I'm making up. They don't put these things in our face for no reason. These powerful words, goddess, that's to let you know the feminine energy is always protecting us as well. Let's read a little bit about Goddess Hathor, and we're going to get into some imagery of her as well. Let's read. Hathor, ancient Egyptian, house of Horus, ancient Greek. Atri and Atari was a major goddess in ancient Egyptian religion who played a wide variety of roles. As a sky deity, she was the mother or consort of the sky god Horus and the sun god Ra, both whom were connected with kingship, and thus she was the symbolic mother of their earthly representative, the pharaohs. Pause. What did I tell y'all? See how they've switched our history. But the feminine energy, it tells y'all. Let me read that again. She was what? As a sky deity, she was the mother or consort of the sky god Horus and the sun god Ra. Come on, y'all. The energy, it protects us. God God is real. The goddess is real as well. She's powerful, okay? Mother Nature. She was one of several goddesses who acted as the Eye of Ra, Ra's feminine counterpart. In this form, she had vengeful aspect that protected him from his enemies. Again, my people, what? The feminine energy always protected us. As I gave the example, the spiritual example of being in the mother's womb for 9 months with the number 9 of completion. We all spiritual beings, okay? Told y'all, celebrities, they use these things to push in front of us to make sure we can break it down. They don't want us to break it down, but they like, somebody can decode it. They know certain people out here will understand this. That's why you have to have a powerful, powerful, powerful discernment. Okay, let's keep reading. Her beneficent side represented music, dance, joy, love, sexuality, and maternal care, as she acted as the consort of several men deities and the mother of their sons. These two aspects of goddess exemplified the Egyptian conception of femininity. Hathor crossed boundaries between worlds, helping deceased souls and transition to the afterlife. My people, you hear it, you read it with me, you heard me read it. I'm breaking it down. You see all the things that she possessed. Women, especially black women, are very powerful. They say, I haven't done I'm gonna be honest with you, do too much research on Egyptian history, because they say black people, we come from that part. I don't know how much I believe that, because they mixed true pure black people, I guess black Americans, quote unquote, they mix our history up with that. But I'll say this, I do truly believe we were already here. We were in slavery, yes, enslaved, but we were already here and we lost our throne. But that's a video for another day. When I was doing some digging on the goddess Hathor, the imagery, the images, the symbols, the sigils, the signs that showed up around her, goddess Hathor, correct? The things that I saw, I was like, whoa, it hit me so powerful. And I said, see, what do I always tell we melanated chosen ones, the black people, the black Americans? I'm gonna break something down too in another video about calling us African Americans. Get mad all you want to, but I'm gonna get into that. But my people, you see these horns on this so-called goddess Hathor? Like I told y'all, the goddesses, they are real. But this stuff right here, my people, is a part of powers that be scripts that they've given unto we, the black people, to keep confusing us. Animals are spiritual. Y'all see the things that I don't know if that's supposed to be a staff or anything like that, but that's spiritual, biblical. Animals are biblical, people. They are protectors. Know that. That's why I say they mix their paganized stuff, Satanism, with our spirituality. This stuff ain't ours anymore. But those horns, they stuck out to me. A lot of things about her stuck out to me, but the horns, and I was like, I know exactly what that is. So I went to do some more digging, and this actually came up. Let's see what the pagan goddess, because I'm gonna get into that, what the Egyptian goddess Hathor really represents. The source I got this from is Egyptian Witchcraft, saying earlier that these are a part of powers that be scripts, Freemasonic scripts, powers that be writings. These things, that spirituality that, again, as I keep repeating myself, that was once written by black people for black people, is now erased, gone. So you see, I'm showing y'all the goddess Hathor, Egyptian witchcraft. Let's look at the definition of witchcraft, and then I'll continue to break this down. Witchcraft, the practice of magic, especially for evil purposes, the use of spells. So, my people, going back to this site where it says Egyptian witchcraft, and you see the goddess Hathor, and what do we know witchcraft to be tied to? Masonry, the occult, and Hollywood, right? This should all let us know, again, that these are not our things. Our spirituality, our, again, quote unquote, religion, it's not, we don't have it anymore. So witchcraft is not anything that black people need to be participating in, but you have people secretly opening these false Bibles, praying to these false prophets. And you want to go even deeper? My people, our natural aura, As black people, the melanin is potent, it's powerful. We hold the magic, okay? We don't need tarot cards. We don't need to burn satanic candles. If you're gonna burn a candle, burn it for the scent. Burn it to give you protection. Say a prayer over it, not a spell, not a ritual. Don't pour it out. Don't do things that you know is involved in Satanism. Let's double back. So I told y'all to pay attention to the horns, right? When I saw those horns, my third eye went ding, ding, ding. I just knew something was fishy with this information. Then I went and did some more digging, Egyptian witchcraft. So we see that this is a part of witchcraft, which means it's not really black. It's not really a part of our black ancestry. No. But what else goes into witchcraft? The Baphomet. These horns. That's what this goddess represents. Them horns, the praise of the Baphomet, devil worship, sinister things, evil rituals. My people, wake up. I told these so-called other things that are part of different cultures, but they tie it all back to the melanated ones. We have to really know where they come from because we are not writing them. So Goddess Hathor, now that we know where that really comes from, what that really truly represents, why they always want to stick a black woman, a powerful black woman, on a Goddess Hathor, knowing that that's paganized history, right? Look at this credible source that I found this information on, Wikipagan. And the reason being that I wanted to show you guys this is because the elites, the powers that be, the Freemasons, again, they control the textbooks, the information that they want us to believe. That's history. This segment is going to be a lot of history talking, okay? And pagan, things that are pagan. We're going to get into the definition of pagan, and I'm going to show you what they really believe in as well. Not all of them, but most of them who pushing these things in the powers that be. And also, I keep kind of saying the same thing, but also different things about the powers that be, because I'm showing y'all. People say, well, how do you know it's a sacrifice? Because one, I'm tapped in. How do you know that a sacrifice is near? One, I'm tapped in. These portals are very powerful. It's called a spiritual realm for a reason. Two, the powers that be control all of this, and they control those women in the group of Xscape as well. So all of this information, all of these sigils, all of the signs that's showing up around them, and it still doesn't let people know that there's a sacrifice boiling in the Jew pot. Source from the website Wikipagan, the Goddess Hathor. What is the definition of pagan? Paganism, a religion other than the main world religion, specifically a non-Christian or pre-Christian religion, a modern religious movement incorporating beliefs or practices from outside the main world religions, especially nature worship. Break that down spiritually, my people. Again, that is not ours. Religion is not something that we created. We had our spirituality. I don't want to make this repetitive, but this means I got to finish the breakdown I have on black spirituality, about how all of these false prophets are now on YouTube in these churches, because I don't want to keep making these videos repetitive. But like I told you, I'm always going to break down the spiritual part of it, because that's all that this is. When you begin to do research on paganism, this is one image that comes up. You see this star, the 5-pointed star, that's a sigil. Let's go back to the sigil of the Baphomet. My people, there's no such thing as coincidences. Another 5-pointed star with the Baphomet in the middle. Doesn't it look like that pagan star? It all ties in together as one system, one elite group. Okay? And what do pagans and Christians play in? Let's take a look at this book by the Roman Studies, Human Sacrifice Among Pagans and Christians. Let's read the extract. In Vinicius Felix' dialogue on the value of Christianity, written in the late 2nd or early 3rd century CE, the character let me make sure I pronounce this right, Caecilius, excuse me y'all, my bad. Caecilius, who presents the anti-Christian arguments, recounts a story about their initiations. Pause for a second. Initiations. We know Masonry has initiations. The Christianity religion has initiations. And blood sacrificing is how you get in the door of Masonry. Hollywood, The music industry, that's one way, people. It comes in many different forms. Sacrificing. A story as loathsome as it is well known, after the initiate has struck a baby concealed under a covering of flour, those present drink the blood from its wounds, so they seal their union. So that is how they seal their initiation. They've now been initiated into the ritualistic practices of paganism, masonry, and Christianity by drinking the baby blood. What is that called? Adrenochrome. Wake up, my people. So you see, I'm reading this right. This to let you know that the things that other celebrities have been exposing about them drinking baby blood, doing satanic rituals, calling on different deities, portals, sinister things, it's all right here. It's this one piece of extract is telling you that. Okay, let's continue reading. Later in the dialogue, Octavius, the defender of Christianity, refutes this slander. The alleged crime, he argues, is so terrible that no one could believe it except the sort of person who would attempt it. See, now he just trying to throw in truth with lies, mix it up. But no, we know this stuff is real. He goes on to point out that pagans, not Christians, are the ones who practice actual human sacrificing. He supports his claim by citing specific examples: the Africans who used to sacrifice their children to Saturn, the Taurians, and the Egyptian Busiris. I want to touch on something. You see, people used to sacrifice their children to Saturn worship. Celebrities still do that as well. They sacrifice their children to the moon goddess, the sun worship, Saturnalia. It's a lot of nasty pedophilia going on in that world. Concluding the Hathor breakdown, a part of this Xscape breakdown, we saw that it's a part of paganism, witchcraft, rituals, satanic sacrificing, as we see. Now that we've broken down Hathor, you see that it's tied into Egyptian witchcraft, and we know what witchcraft is: paganism and satanic sacrifice, blood sacrificing. Let's get into the second one, who one of those pillars are representing. So I'm gonna stop at goddess Hathor. Reason being is because the other two goddesses are actually tying into something that I'm breaking down in another juicy good breakdown that I can't wait to start creating more about. Because man, I know this is a repetitive saying, but spirituality has really been in our face, and they have switched it, and they have used celebrities to push it, and we've never caught on to it. And the other two goddesses, Hera and Artemis, tie into that breakdown, a whole different breakdown from this Xscape breakdown. So I'm gonna go ahead and save that, and we're gonna move forward with the rest of the breakdown. I believe this is toward the end. Let me look. Yep, we're toward the end of the breakdown, so let's get into concluding it. Concluding this Xscape e-news breakdown, markings of mourning and grieving, I've broken down the colors, I've broken down the signs, the symbols, the sigils, the pillars, the things that are behind them, the overall spiritual warning that they're giving the public, we, the black community. Y'all know how I feel about reality TV. I got some things coming on that as well, because I see a lot of that getting out of hand. I'm definitely going to speak on that. But all of these things let me know that what I've been saying about these ladies, these four beautiful black women, say what you want about them, they're still beautiful. So it's a shame to me that they have to play in these things. That one of them will be the industry sacrifice. When you have groups, when you have more than one person, somebody will always have to go on offer up and be the sacrificial lamb. Keep in mind, my people, music is spiritual. Is biblical. So I'm not telling you anything wrong. I know what I'm speaking on, and y'all gonna see it come true. Okay? Till the next rising. Love y'all dearly.